Boy Games, woohoo! Alright, welcome back to Boy Games. This is Nathan from Weekend with the Weebs. Gonna be playing a little more Devil May Cry from where we left off last time. Alright. So, if you remember, last time we dropped into this little chapel. I believe I died once. But, you know, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Even though there's deep socio-economic problems in the hood. But that, yeah, okay. Yeah, so pretty much with these different, sort of enemies, the blue ones can only be killed by the angelic weapons, aka the scythe in this case, the Osiris, and the red enemies can only be killed by the demonic ones, so that would be the Arbiter in this case so far. It's pretty annoying, and the Retributor, which is my, Rebellion, I'm sorry, is my favorite weapon, probably, which is just the normal sword, so we'll see how this works out. In all, you know. I don't remember why I liked this. Was it because it was like the first challenging part, or what? Because I remember this being hard even on like normal. Like at this point, like the game became real. And again, we're kind of getting, I don't want to say close to the end, but we're like midway through probably. Still scare the crap out of me. Chainsaw guys really don't, which is weird, because like, you know, I have massive fear of chainsaws. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Guess what? I worked again today. Yeah, it's been crazy. 7 hours tomorrow as well, which is pretty normal, but you know, it is what it is. I'm trying to think, like, I don't have any fun stories this time. I'm running out of stories. I thought of one today, and I'm like, I gotta tell that. Like, there's no way people are gonna believe this, but I totally forgot what it was. And now I'm super pissed at myself for it, but you know, it shouldn't be. It's just, oh my gosh. And it's weird, because I tell the same stories, like, fucking 500 times. Oh, okay. I got one. I got a good spicy one. Okay. This is my freshman year of college, right? And you know, you're trying to make friends and shit. Like, it's like not as intense as like a high school where it's like a death game, a battle royale, Fortnite situation. But yeah. So there was this one guy. So let's call him Sam for this, because his name's actually kind of unusual, but for security reasons, let's call this fine person Sam. And so it was about like 4 in the morning. No, yeah, it was about 4 in the morning. And Sam just knocks on my door. Like, I talked to this guy once, and it was kind of an odd conversation. He was talking about how he was building like a like jumping boots, and he was gonna plan to jump off the roof of the building, and I didn't know if he was serious. But see, Sam's got an interesting sense of humor. He was like, hey man, do you want to go for a walk at like 4 in the morning? And I'm gonna be honest, my roommate at that time, was kinda, I don't remember, but we got in a fight about something, so I'm like, sure, let's go on a walk at 4 in the morning. So anyhow, he leads me to this place. He's like, dude, we're gonna go to Narnia. Have you heard of Narnia? And I'm like the book? And he's like, no, Narnia. It's, you know, where you get that Lucifer's quinoa. And I'm like, okay, I'm not really into drugs, but whatever. Let's just go there for the fun of it. And Sam's like, okay, let's do this. So we're walking, and it's a pretty good walk down. We've definitely gone off campus at this point. And then we come to what looks like a septic, kind of like a water treatment plant, and it smells like shit. And I'm like, Sam, where the fuck are you taking me? And he's like, well, you'll see, we're going to Narnia, man. And I'm like, okay. So then we go behind the septic facility, and there's a bridge. And it's really weird, because he's like, first off, keep in mind, this is also, this is like during winter, so it's snowing. And there's like one plank, that's the bridge, and he's like, oh, just be careful. And I get halfway about through, and he's like, don't freak out, there's some barbed wire under this. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm already halfway there. I don't want to die, you know? So, we get across, and he's like, okay. And we go, like, all these paths, and we find this cave and, like, all these, like, little camping spots. It's kind of cool. But then I'm like, okay, is this Narnia? And he's like, no, this isn't Narnia. Narnia is an experience. And I'm like, okay, I gotta see Narnia. So he leads me around, we find this creek. I almost fall and die like 20 different times. And so then we finally get to Narnia. And in Narnia, there's this big sign that says, welcome to Narnia, but it's like rotted off. And there's all these like printouts everywhere. And they're on trees, but they haven't decayed. And it's like really weird. And it's like being the book Narnia. I'm like, okay. And then, you enter what appears to be a hobo village. There's all these mattresses with like these like kind of, you know, huts around them. It's really, really bizarre, and I'm like, okay, am I gonna like, I'm pretty okay with this stuff, but like, you know, I didn't know, like, was I gonna die today? I don't know. What really freaked me out though was we saw panties impaled on a stake, like the middle of the forest. So yeah, and then we just kind of headed back, and yeah, I've never gone to Narnia since. But we do have a plan to pass out devil floss to the stoners there for some reason. It's really weird, but you know, that's how it is, I guess.
Can you hear me?
Oh, it's a tyrant? No, that's Big Chungus.
Who invited you?
That is Big Chungus. That ain't fat ass, that's a Big Chungus. I know a Big Chungus when I see one. This one's a little green, you know. He's got a little gangrene, but he's still a Chungus. Good old Pappy Chungus over here. Come at me, big boy. Come at me, thickums. Yeah, I'm talking to you, thickums. Come on, come on. Yeah, you hit that wall. You hit that wall. Alright. Taking them down here.
There they are.
Yeah.
Harder they
Yeet. Okay. Alright.
Dante, it's chaos out here, but I found a way out.
Where?
Up there. I marked it. Dante!
This was the part I liked, where like it started getting distorted. And for some reason, like this one's really weird, the DMC in particular. Because unlike 5, like 5 is just like straight up like combat essentially. Like there's a little platform jumping, but this one is just like all like platform jumping from this point on. Alright. Alright. Well, someone's gonna have to pay for that. I hope that church had insurance.
Church.
The police have released footage of the terrorists.
Oh, hey, it's Fox
responsible
News.
for the recent attacks at St. Agrius' church. He goes by the name of Dante. Remember his face, people. If you
know,
see him,
I
inform the
changed
police
my like
but do not approach him.
appearance in like every level I'm playing now, so you know they probably couldn't find me even if they wanted to.
This is
Is he a sexual deviant?
just doing
I mean,
that.
there's nothing really. Well, I guess he did have that one nude scene in the trailer park, and you know, there was probably like some kid that walked by or something. So yeah, I guess he is now. I guess Dante is a sexual deviant, and he got that. Not to mention that gonorrhea as well. Here we go. On to the next mission. I think this is where we invade the soda factory. Yep. Alright, we're taking down Sprite here.
I was here years ago
Or
as a child.
Monster.
I explored the whole facility and see I sensed teaching me under.
I don't know. I think it's Sprite. It looks like Sprite.
I believe it's the source of the tropic ingredient. Still uses control us.
That's a scary mascot. But that's some good foreshadowing. I didn't even... That's scary. Weight loss by 21%? That is dangerous. That's like that one... Oh god, what was that medicine called? Where you would, what is that? You would, like, your heart would explode because it, like, sped up your metabolism. Oh my gosh.
They just wanted to keep me weak. Gossip.
How did you
Dang.
figure that out?
Virgil told me about a nightmare.
Virgil's a liar.
Trust most. It's gonna have to be. Your eyes really do open up to evil everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it's a stand. Fought back. Killed. Without consequences.
I wish, like, there was a game where you could play that chapter, because it's actually interesting. It was at, like, an orphanage, and then, like, there was a priest who, like, turned evil. I don't get this part, but whatever. It's kind of too edgy. Yeah. Alright. Reality. The secret ingredient is whale semen. I'm calling it now. It's whale semen.
Inside the factory, but there is no physical way to reach it from Marvel. Only from limbo. There's a
Only from limbo. Yep. They would totally... Okay, if this was, like, actually, like, the factory, like, not just a store, there would totally be an alarm or a lock on that thing. You would not just be able to, like, walk right in. I'm sorry, like, nowhere has that low of security in the 21st century.
Flying around in spherical.
Yeah, in limbo.
This reminds me of that post that I saw that was like, yeah, I tried astral body travel, and I had to take a shit, so I, like, shit on my toilet as I flew around my house. And then I woke up and I shit my pants, and it was really weird, and because I was, like, in it for 5 hours, like, that kind of shit, yeah. Tired, as always. I don't get much time other than do this at night, though. Okay. What's spook?
This is where they store merchandise ready for export. So many.
Not the merchandise.
I expected it to be bigger. A lot bigger. But then, I was just a child.
That is an interesting phenomenon. Like, there's a lot of stuff, like, I remember there was this one, like, it was like, oh god, it was a children's museum, but they had, like, this thing where you, like, walked in a mouth, and, like, there was, like, this huge heart and stuff, and, yeah, no, it was pretty interesting as a kid, and, like, I remember I was scared, because, like, the heart would beat, but you could, like, crawl in it and stuff, and it was just really weird. But I've been, like, trying to find this place, because it, like, haunted my childhood, but it was so interesting, because it's, like, you know, I like anatomy and stuff, but it was just so weird, because you, like, go in the person, they breathe, and I don't know if it was just my memory, but then I actually tracked down this place, and it's, oh god, I went there a long time ago. It's a little far from me, but I think it was like in like Aurora, Illinois or something, and it was a children's museum, but I looked it up, and it was just like a little slide, and I'm like, why is this little thing like such a, I don't know, like, it just like, I'm like, that looks stupid to today, like today's standards, but I remember as a kid, like, I was freaking terrified of that thing. Like, I went in, but like, my mom had to hold my hand or something, like, and I'm like, I don't know what it was, but, and then they had this other thing where you like crawled around like in extreme black, like darkness, like you were blind or something. I don't know. How it was interesting, like stuff as a kid. I don't know. Like there's a lot of stuff like that, you know. And I'm a rather big person now. So it takes a lot, you know, to pull that momentum, but oh my gosh, just everything as a kid. Like I think that was one of the cool things, is just like everything, you know, is so like big and stuff. And that's one thing. Like I was gonna tell this, but I got cut off before. But you know, like being a kid's a special time, and you know, as a kid, like I never really like, and my childhood wasn't great, I'm gonna be honest with you, but there's a lot of things that I'm like, yeah, that was fun, you know. It was in those little moments that really made it worth it and made it who I am today. And you know, for any, I hope any kids aren't watching this, because this is a rather violent game, but you know, for those who maybe or may, you know, it's like, I feel if I could give just one thing of advice, is just enjoy the time you have, even when it's hard, even when it's with school, because I hate to sound like a broken record, but there will be harder times, and honestly, like, want to grow up and be an adult, because it isn't so bad. I mean, it's a lot harder. It's a lot. Oh, I just fell. Okay, it's a lot more difficult. I'm not gonna lie, but like that planning for it, honestly, as a kid, was some of the most fun I had. You know, even today, like I think about where I'm gonna be in like, you know, 20 years. You know, it's like, and I don't know. It just, I just enjoy the time. Don't worry about it. Don't let people say, oh, don't grow up too fast. You know, you do you. You do you at your own speed. Because I'm going to be honest, like, screw it. By the time you get to college, it's all people watching, like, freaking SpongeBob and stuff. It's all nostalgia, you know. It's like, I don't know. You know, you never truly, like, growing up's only, you know, something you have to do if you want to. I mean, obviously you're gonna have responsibilities, you're gonna have a job, but it's like, you can still, you know, enjoy those hobbies you used to, you know. I don't know. Honestly, I do more kid-ish stuff, I guess, now than I did when I was a kid, you know. But whatever. The only difference I would say is, like, let's be honest, things like D&D, it's really just playing with toys and, like, minis and stuff at the end of the day, and, like, playing make-believe, but it's, like, it's fun, and I think a lot of that comes from, you know, just the whole idea that it is, like, it's like being a kid again, but, you know, you actually have rules to govern it, so, if anything, that's the difference. You used to have rules to govern you, just like in real, like, you know, you're held accountable for your actions, but that's, you know, just fucking have fun with life. I don't know what else to say. Anyhow, this video is coming to a close, so just a reminder, send your voice saying Koi Boy Games to the Weekend with the Weebs at Gmail, and you can be part of the intro. Thank you. Have a great night. This has been a great time.